How's it going? So last night when I was working on my video that was Assassin's Creed related, talking about my thoughts on Mirage as well as the rumors on AC1 remake, and I needed to come to this Assassin's Creed page for something, and I saw this thread last night. Now I would have loved to recorded this last night, however my parents were sleeping and I did not want to wake them up, because when I tell you my blood was like boiling, it was definitely boiling, because this had me heated in so many different ways, and I just basically wanted to just go over about this, but also make this a bit of an informative video for anybody that has Assassin's Creed games that are in this list right here. For anybody that does not remember, I think like a month ago, a little over a month ago, I'll put the video on the top right, the card for it. It talked about a lot of games that were being decommissioned, and this is part of the list right here. Main ones, at least for me, was the Assassin's Creed ones. Obviously, Liberation is being delisted, and then they're just decommissioned like a lot of things between multiplayer, linking account, online features. But the main thing was access to DLC. This was the main thing, and it's the stupidest thing without question, because it makes no sense. Most of these are single player DLCs, and that we have to end, and that bombshell happened. Now they finally are making it so that we still have access to it, or maybe their wording was just so bad back then. Both Assassin's Creed as well as Ubisoft support has an article out on this. This article right here was from Ubisoft support, which it doesn't really help much. If anything, this was a really poorly written article. I recommend just going to the Assassin's Creed Twitter account page and click on their forum, because their forum was 10 times better to read over than the one that Ubisoft support gave. The only thing that really is the main thing is that they just moved it from September to October, because all this was supposed to happen on September 1st, I believe. Was it September 1st? Yeah. So if you come over here, so has been delayed to October 1st. All single-player story DLCs remain available on consoles past October 1st. On PC only, single-player DLC content must be activated before October 1st to remain accessible. And this was one of the things that really made my blood boil. Why does PC have to do this? Does this console have to do absolutely nothing when it comes to this, and then PC has to do something super specific? It's really stupid. If you own AC Brotherhood 3, the 2012 release, or Liberation AC on PC, recommend you activate your DLC before decommissioning on October 1st. Now, on their article, as well as here, as well, really on the articles, they keep mentioning activation, and I'll show tweets here, but a lot of people are just like wondering, what do they mean by activating it? And I remember seeing this post right here, and this was it's just straight funny. What do you mean by activated when it comes to DLC? Because I was confused as well. Like, what do you mean by activate DLC? Like, it's like what a weird term to just use. And this post right here, or reply they did to him, didn't really help much, honestly. Activation mean that any unused activation keys or DLCs which you may have must be activated in game. What does that mean? Like, do we have to start the game up or what? Like, this doesn't really. Yeah. Thank God there was this right here. So guys, how do you activate it? And then they say it right here. Wait. As long as you currently have activated that wait, no. I have all DLCs on Steam. I haven't played them. You'll still be able to have the ability to start it up in a save that you currently have. You still, yeah. So basically, start it up and have it in a save. Assuming, yeah. But I just don't get it why we had to go through all this trouble on PC to do it, instead of just making it very simple like they did for console. Now, I only have like one I have Assassin's Creed 3, but it's on Uplay, and then on Steam I have AC1. Obviously, AC1 isn't going to be affected. But if you're all, a question you probably one of y'all might be asking, because I saw this a couple times in the Twitter thread, are you gonna remove multiplayer achievements? They'll be unattainable, and if you're wondering that, yes, they will, because they're removing online features and stuff for all the games that've been listed here. You won't be able to get those online achievements. So, if you want to try 100% in these games, now is probably the best time yet, because once the time comes, you won't be able to attain them unless you technically do it yourself, but it won't be the same, I guess, really. Um, let's keep going in this article. So, platforms affected. So this is AC2 right here. Impact, you'll be unable to link your Ubisoft in-game or use online features. DLC impact, there's no impact on DLC content, which is the weirdest thing, because this game also had DLC, but they're doing all of this for all the other ones. I guess it's because this game didn't have multiplayer, which is probably part of the reason. It's also worth to note that they're decommissioning like the old original versions. This has nothing to do with the Ezio collection, which I will talk about soon, and also same thing with Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, as well as Liberation HD. Content, if not activated, content activated before this date will remain available, and you gotta activate all of these. Okay. Alright, remastered version, yeah, not be affected. I want to make one note about this. Here and there in the comments here on Twitter, I saw people were asking, and I'm almost positive in many other places people are asking, why don't y'all, if y'all are going to do this, why don't y'all at least just port or add the multiplayer option back in the Ezio collection, as well as 3 Remastered? And I will totally be all down for that. I mean, I've played mainly the Assassin's Creed 3 multiplayer. I haven't had the chance or ability to play the Brotherhood nor Revelations multiplayer, and it's gonna suck, really. I mean, they released like the remastered version of all these games, yet they're not going to, right? And they're just not going to put no multiplayer, and I don't think there's gonna be any plan to ever, which really sucks. So it's like, even though now they're doing all of this, and the newer updated versions are just like a shell of themselves, because like we're missing like some of the other options we have. It sucks, really. I mean, I really wish they would have put that extra effort into like these remastered titles for Ezio Collection and 3 Remastered, but I don't know, man. I mean, but yeah, if you're someone that has these Assassin's Creed games up on PC, install them, start it up a bit, get a save file for them running, and I'm guessing that's what they mean by activated. I want to check out some of the posts on here. We'll start off on Assassin's Creed, and then we'll go to Ubisoft support. So again, you need to do this before October 1st, so you got another month before this happens. Let's see what people are saying. The activation, yeah, let me see that. As long as you had the DLC content purchased, download, and installed on your device, it will be considered this is the post I was looking for. We recommend opening the DLC endgame to ensure that it works as well. That's how you know this is actually really stupid. We recommend opening DLC endgame just to ensure that it works well. That is so hilarious. That is actually hilarious right there. That's how you know they're not even sure. Well, this might be a bot as well, but that's just funny. That just remain installed at all times. I'm pretty sure you can install. Yeah, it will remain activated. You're safe to uninstall the game, reinstall later, even after the online features have been decommissioned. Honestly, I think the best way they could just went about this is just to say that, hey, we're gonna be stopping all online features. I mean, I don't see what is the point of having all this crap going on when it comes to DLC. In the article, since long, so I need to reactivate the single player DLC. Yes, open stores to decommission store so people can still get them. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really stupid that it seems that they're still gonna keep the games up. I think that's what it seems, excluding Liberations. But if that, they might as well just open up this stuff because it just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, there's single player DLC stuff. I mean, all of this just for single player DLC content is just beyond me. Yeah, I mean, so it's kind of what does this mean? Can I somehow download them for my PC and play them in the future? No, we're about to decommission an online service. Yeah. Could you please tell us how to activate? People are just confused out the ass everywhere. And Ubisoft can install and launch the game. It will connect to Ubisoft service and activate the DLC automatically. I can't. It's like all these confusing steps really, and like fans had to just had to help people out, which is great. But at the same time, it's like they could have done a much better job explaining what the living hell to do. Right here, man, I totally agree with him. RIP Assassin's Creed multiplayer. I mean, it sucks. It really does suck. I mean, this is basically... I mean, once they do the same thing with AC4 in the future, is basically going to be the end soon of all Assassin's Creed multiplayers. Because once they do this to Brotherhood, as well as... well, Brotherhood is like the last multiplayer. Obviously, we have Unity with co-op, but as far as like actual multiplayer... once they do this with AC4, that's really it. It's yeah, I agree with you, mate. I mean, multiplayer is one thing. Online features, that's one thing. I see that, but single player stuff, it just makes no sense. Yeah. Updates on. I've also been noticing, I've been seeing a lot of people complaining about Unity not working in some other games, which is pretty funny as well. Yeah. What do you guys mean by activating? Same thing, yeah. How come the DLC is only affected on PC? A console players don't have to worry about downloading it before a certain day. Why are only potential future PC player? That's what I'm really, and that's really why I'm really heated. It's like, what is so special about it on being on PC that PC players has to do all of this, yet console players don't have to? I don't understand it. I already redeemed Brotherhood Deluxe Edition content is saying that I'm able to still play 2 exclusive single player maps. Will be available if you have cloud save enabled. They're saying cloud save. They're saying just, by the way, just telling y'all right now, just start out the game, install it, as well as make a save content, and I guess just enable whatever clouds you have. In this case, if you're on Steam, already done the decommission the AC Brotherhood, and now Black Flag comes out. That'll be rough. Game would turn into a major grind without the fleet missions. What will happen to Black Flag? Will be removed. No. Any news to fix Syndicate? Yeah, I've been seeing Syndicate, Unity, everything, yeah. How does this work with Steam DLC? If you have not downloaded from Steam, is there a remove? You continue if you personally make sure they're activated before October 1st. Oh yeah, that was that post. Yeah, that's not happening. I don't understand Ubisoft support. Does this mean that if I had played all the games and DLCs a long time ago when it was released, I will still be able to play those DLCs past October 1st or already to reinstall the games and lot? I just say do it right now just in case, honestly. Just in case, just do it recently. What about achievements and trophies? Unfortunately, if they're like online related, you will not be able to get them, which again, it sucks, yeah. Making the online players achievable in the console, me as a completionist will buy all the older games. If I don't know what that word means, I'll pass. Fortunately, nah, mate. Can we just get some updates? Get sync with Steam Cloud? Thank you. This was really stressing me out. This is making my blood boil. Guess I'll have to join the pirates. Oh man. How about not the same something we paid for? Come on, it's been years since they released. Does it say with an anti-cheat or something now? You're quick to charge for every single thing in MTX, but not to make things easier for your consumers. Yeah, that's how it is. What about you? Stop being so cheap and greedy for service and keep them up. You may billions. Or maybe close them, but give us multiplayer and Ezio collection. That's the thing, though. I don't think a lot of people will be mad if they at least brought back multiplayer in the Ezio collection as well as 3 remastered, because I don't It's not like those remasters were actually terrible. They're actually pretty good. It's just that they're just they're incomplete. So it's like, why do I feel like playing an incomplete game? Because they took on multiplayer, and I enjoyed at least three's multiplayer. I've never had the opportunity to play multiplayer in Brotherhood Revelation, so them doing this was just a huge letdown. And I don't think there's gonna be any possible way they're going to add this in the future. Like it really does suck. People have mentioned it, and in fact, let me see if I can go to here, and then I'll end off the video. If I could find that post where people are talking about it. Oh, the DLCs will happen. Where would it? I know I saw people talking about it. You can make more money. Shit, I'm not looking at that. Will Unity be fixed? I saw that so many times. It would be great if you have an update. Oh no, that's Unity. You still purchase updates. Give us a remake of AC Black Flag. Aside from the Ezio trilogy, is easy. A remake, but that's not up to us. Bring it over. They're probably going to do it one day. Okay, here it is. We do not have any plans to update the Ezio trilogy to add multiplayer, so we apologize for the inconvenience. Thank you for just however we will send the appropriate team to make the considerations. They're never going to basically do it. This is them basically saying, no, they're not going to. And it sucks. It really does. And I'm going to end it off here. Again, what I just recommend you do. Wait, was there the post? I forgot where it was. Anyway, all you have to do is just reinstall back the DLC that you have for that said game, and then reinstall it, start it up, make a save file for it. If you're on Steam, I guess enable cloud save, and then you'll be good. So that's about it. I'm gonna end it off here. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.